Now let's take a look at some academic insights about pay what you want. The research on PWYW is still quite new and emerging. So there's a lot that we don't know yet about this new pricing strategy. However, a number of key insights are starting to emerge. I'd like to discuss two particular studies, one that was conducted some time ago and a more recent one. The first study is by Kim and colleagues, was published in 2009 in the Journal of Marketing. And this study was conducted by a group of scholars in Germany and was the first academic study on pay what you want. In addition to introducing this concept and explaining how it works, this article contains a series of field experiments in which the researchers convinced 3 different businesses, 2 restaurants, and a movie theater to employ pay what you want for a period of time. They then studied the behavior of over 600 customers across these 3 different businesses. The results they found were quite interesting. First of all, they discovered that everyone, all of their customers, paid something. Nobody asked to get a product for free. Nobody. On average, the prices paid were about 15% lower than prices typically charged by these various businesses. However, the average volume of sales during the pay what you want period was about 10% higher. Thus, price went down, but quantity went up. When you add it all up, in total, this strategy resulted in higher than average returns for both restaurants, but lower revenues for the movie theater. In total, this article provides early evidence that a pay what you want pricing strategy may actually be profitable under certain conditions. In this more recent study, a group of international scholars examined the timing of a PWYW pricing strategy. These scholars conducted a series of studies to understand the effectiveness of this strategy under different timing conditions. Specifically, they asked one set of customers to name their price before receiving a product or service, and a second set of customers to name their price after receiving this product or service. They did this for a restaurant meal in Italy and also a photo taken on a cruise ship in the United Kingdom. In both of these studies, the researchers found that customers paid more after they received the product or service compared to before. For example, they found that customers are willing to pay an average of 5.25 pounds before they saw their photo, but 6.92 pounds after seeing their photo. Their findings suggest that this tendency to pay more after seeing a product or service is due to customer uncertainty. Because they can't see the product, they're uncertain about its quality and not sure what they'll be getting. So they'll pay more once they have more information. This makes a lot of sense. Now let's take a look at some practical recommendations of how this concept can be put into practice. First of all, set a reference price. As we discussed earlier, most customers have a reference price in mind when evaluating a potential purchase. This reference price effect can also be employed in pay what you want pricing. One way to do this would be to clearly display the price of a comparable item. For example, if a firm offers pay what you want pricing for vitamin C, you could announce this next to a price, a posted price for vitamin D. Since most people want to think of themselves as fair and honest, the setting of a reference price should decrease their temptation to pay little or nothing for a product that employs a pay what you want strategy. Second, focus on marginal cost. Although most customers will likely pay something, even when they can name their own price, this is a risky strategy. So pay what you want is best employed for products that have a very low marginal cost. This is especially attractive for digital goods like music, text, and video. For these types of products, each additional unit has a very low marginal cost, probably close to zero. A firm can take this even one step further by pairing a digital pay what you want product with a physical product that has a relatively high listed price. For example, as part of its pay what you want strategy, Radiohead also offered customers the opportunity to buy a limited edition disc box, a physical disc box, for $82. It sold 100,000 of these disc boxes for a total of over $8 million in revenue. Number 3, try a limited rollout. As we discussed earlier, most successful pay what you want strategies are applied to a limited range of a firm's product offerings or for a limited duration of time. For example, Headsets.com employs this strategy for only 2 of its many hundred headsets. In addition, this strategy is only available to its returning customers, not to its new customers. This type of limited rollout reduces the risk of a pay what you want strategy while maintaining its attention getting benefits. Fourth and finally, use charity appeals. Both academic research and practical experience indicates that a pay what you want strategy is more likely to succeed if the seller announces that some or all of the proceeds will be donated to charity. This sends a signal that the seller is generous in nature, which in turn will encourage customers to exhibit generosity and be more likely to pay a higher price. For example, Wikipedia encourages pay what you want by comparing itself to a public library. Well, that's pay what you want for you. I hope you enjoyed this new concept. I look forward to seeing what you think about it in our discussion forums.